Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Good morning, ladies. How are we doing today?
We're doing
good.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm excited to see you both. Welcome to Cyndi Lauper, the one and only, and Dr. Michelle Henry. Cyndi, I have to tell you, I saw you a few years ago when you were touring with Cher. Such an incredible show you put on, and Bring You to the Brink is one of my favorite albums, so I'm excited to talk to you today. And I know...
Wow.
I know you're sharing your own story and your own battle with psoriasis. Tell people about psoriasis, for those who don't know about it, and how it's impacted your life.
Well, it's not very pretty, but let Dr. Henry tell you the medical thing, but in layman terms.
Okay. So psoriasis, essentially what psoriasis is, it's a chronic, so lifelong inflammatory condition. And what you'll see on the patient is thick scale of the elbows, of the knees, of the scalp, but you really can't have it anywhere on the body. And psoriasis does not discriminate. It affects 8 million Americans of all ages, of all backgrounds, and it can be quite difficult. A lot of my patients tell me that their scales itch, they scratch them, they can bleed, and you can imagine that scale can really litter their entire environment. And so this makes working difficult. So this campaign is all about helping patients manage psoriasis at work. So the website we want you to check out is psoatwork.com, and you can use the hashtag PSO at work to share your story. You know, going to work is difficult. Patients really bear a huge psychological burden with psoriasis. And a part of removing that burden is having conversations, sharing your story, sharing tools and tips and tricks to help make managing psoriasis at work easier.
That's right. And that's why I got involved, because when I was flaring the worst, I was working. And it got to the point where it was so bad, I couldn't even hide it. I was just spray painting myself. It's hard. And when you saw me at the Cher concert, if it was the last one, it was very difficult for me because I was covered head to toe with it. And I didn't feel like I was singing my best. And it took my physical strength. And so I'm just grateful that I found something that worked, but I wouldn't have if I didn't talk to other patients. I met them through the National Psoriasis Foundation. I started working with Novartis Pharmaceuticals, who put me together with the National Psoriasis Foundation, and I met other people. And I started to put me together with doctors who researched psoriasis. And, you know, I was very reluctant to even talk about medication. And for 5 years, I tried to manage until I couldn't take it anymore. And I wound up calling one of the doctors that I met, crying and saying, listen, you know, I'm freezing, I'm hot, I'm freezing, I'm hot, I can't regulate my temperature, I'm shedding, I felt so extra, I couldn't be with anybody. And then when I met other people, they started to talk about how they dealt with it. Now, if you're in an office, I wasn't even in an office. If you're in an office trying to deal with this, it's difficult. So you want to have different tips. You want to know what to do. But the one thing I would say is, because it's inflammatory, because it's not just a rash, because it could affect your joints, your heart, it's your whole body. You have to step up. Look at this psoatwork.com. Get more information. Information is power. Share your experience at hashtag PSO at work so that you can feel empowered to move forward, to get better. Find a practitioner who specializes in psoriasis so you can go and say, Doc, what are my options, right?
Absolutely. You know, as Cyndi said, it really can affect the whole body. It's a full systemic condition, and we have many options, and sometimes it's not easy to find the perfect solution. It's about communication and really holding your doctor's hand and working in partnership to find the appropriate treatment for you.
And what about what you were talking about, creams? You got to use you got to hydrate your skin too.
Yeah.
And so it's not just about the medications. It's a combination of the medications that we give you and also optimizing skincare at home for your comfort. So I often recommend creams with ingredients like salicylic acid or urea to really help to soften those plaques and really help to soothe and improve your symptoms.
Cindy,
What is that?
Salicylic acid.
Salicylic acid.
And Cindy, it sounds like for you, the challenges you faced over the many years with psoriasis brought you to this point of advocacy, and having this conversation is the first step for a lot of people, being willing to have a conversation about what may be the best treatment for you and confronting this head on.
Well, it's easy for somebody to say you got to confront it head on. It's hard when you have it.
Yeah.
So basically, start to get information. Go on the webpage, look at it. Start to talk to other people with the same ailment, and find a practitioner. Move forward that way. Get more information. You'll feel more empowered. You're not alone. I'm one of 8 million. If you got it, you're one of 8 million too. And there's lots of people. My kid got it too. And it was hard after I was diagnosed to watch him go through it. And I finally got him on something that works for him.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. You're not going to find, it's not going to be the same for everybody.
Yeah, but that information.
Don't sit in the dark, you know?
Search for that information and have that conversation, and don't be afraid to reach out to other people who may be going through the same thing as you. You're a good point there. You're not alone, and that conversation is key. Cyndi Lauper and Dr. Michelle Henry, thank you so much for your time today, and we wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you.